Hello dear viewers of SSBC, welcome to the sport program on SSBC. In the sport show we bring to you daily, weekly and monthly different sporting activities in and around South Sudan. We are proud to be part of the sport habit and history in your sporting life. In this show we update the sport lovers on the progress of the sport in South Sudan, such as football, basketball, tennis, boxing, volleyballs, wrestlings, and many more. Don't miss to follow us and join our group of sports analysts and experts as we bring them to you in this show through interviews and talk shows. Sport programs on SSBC. Play like champion for better South Sudan. Hello and welcome to the sport programs coming to you live from the national capital, Juba, on SSBC. My name is Majur Cholkur, and this week we are looking at the progress made by South Sudan Cup winners for 2019-2020, that is Rabita FC in the Sport Arena in South Sudan. Rabita FC was the winners of South Sudan Cup in 2019-2020, and they are expected to represent South Sudan in Confederation Cups in the nearby future. I will be joined in right here by Felix Lasu John, President of Rabita FC, and Ramzi Sevit, coach of Rabita FC. And not forgetting Dario Laku, the secretary for Rabita FC here in our studio from the national capital, Juba. But first, let's find out how does Rabita FC do their trainings in Juba. Let's have a break and we'll be right back.
شنو واعرف وجه درس المقالة ماليزيا كوتش انا قاعد يكورك ده عشان في مباراة الافريقية مشكلة جون احنا مدافعين خلينا ثغرات جاكوب ده في ناس اللي كان ما جاكوب ده لما كنا في مريخ ده اكثر زول بتاع ضربات ثابته وقاعد يجيب اجوان دائما انا قلت لكم في المحل ده اللي هو كم ال 22 متر ده ما في هزار فوق. When we lose the first thing what this is our what and then what's next? Cover pressing فقدنا كرة نضيق المساحات نعمل تغطية ونضغط finish like this one we are finished my friend. كريد أحمد انتوا ذكرتوا ودوكم منو؟ دوكو جيسوس أين كازيميرو؟ نادرين أين كازيميرو؟ دائما قاعدين نقول على الارتكاز زي جبنا نص الكلام ده قاعدين نقوله عشان ما يكتشف عورة المرأة يبقى ده يجي جيمي كان جاني خلاص بابا المندب كورة ده هنا دارين نبدأ ثلاثة نزل حتى في مباراة الفترة أنا قاعد يقول تنظيم بتاعنا شنو كان كورة أول هناك لما دوبي على الناس جاي طوالي ده هنا وده هنا مش اهو 1 2 3 4 شكلها شنو؟ دايموند متفقين؟ الحارس وجيمي والدين شكلها بتاعهم شنو؟ وبابو وفولي ده ناس تاع مباراة الفرد مثلا عامل شنو؟ لا نزلنا زوما نزل هنا عمل شنو؟ دايموند سيستم تيب كم مثلثات هنا؟ كم مثلث؟ 4
Hello dear viewers of SSBC, welcome to Sport program on SSBC. In Sport show, we bring to you daily, weekly and monthly different sporting activities in and around South Sudan. We are proud to be part of the sport update and history in your sporting life. In this show, we update the sport lovers on the progress of the sport in South Sudan, such as football, basketball, tennis, boxing, volleyballs, wrestling, and many more. Don't miss to follow us and join our group of sports analysts and experts as we bring them to you in this show through interviews and talk shows. Sport programs on SSBC play like. Welcome back, dear viewers on SSBC to the sport programs coming to you live from the national capital, Juba. My name is Majur Cholkor, and as I said earlier this week on our edition of the sport program, we are looking at the progress made by Rabita FC, South Sudan Cup winners of 2019-2020. And joining me right here in the studio is Felix Lasujon, president of Rabita FC, and Ramzi Sevit, coach of Rabita FC. Gentlemen, I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humble to welcome you to the studio of SSBC in Juba.
Thank you.
To begin with, what is Rabita FC? What do people know about Rabita FC? How did Rabita FC come into existence, Mr. President?
Okay, Rabita initially was a team that formed itself from young youth in 80s and early 90s, and it was known as Balash Ferik. But as they go through, it was for one ethnic tribe. These were some of the young boys from Bor. By then, when they came, they were in Juba town, and then they keep building up themselves. And at the end, it became a nationwide team, and they were for about more than 7 years without any achievement, but very happy indeed today to be before you as nationwide that Rabita has entered into the history, which few were not even believing that Rabita could make it. But there is nothing impossible with any determination. Thank God.
Thank you for that. And how can someone be part of Rabita? Maybe you can elaborate that. Given that from your word, you said it was for only one ethnic group of people that form Rabita, but now it is for everybody. Now, if I want to be part of Rabita, if anyone wants to be part of Rabita, how do people become part of Rabita? What are the criteria used?
Yeah, I think you are free to join the association of the club, and you can join by the membership. You become a permanent member as you fill the form, and then you keep joining, attending all the programs of Rabita that they are doing. And then from there you become Rabita within the blood. So because football is not for one, but football is for all. It's a good language that speaks different voice.
Before I come to Ramzi, when was Rabita formed, or when was it established?
It was actually entered in 94. That was the time when they have gone through. And then up to now, they are still maintaining their position. But this time, they are no maintaining position of the league, but they have gone beyond. And we are hoping for the best.
Quoting from your word, they have gone beyond. I will come back to that later.
Fine.
Which beyond are we with Rabita FC? Ramzi, before you become the coach of Rabita FC, what was your knowledge about Rabita FC before you joined?
Okay, thank you so much. Before I joined this team of Rabita, we are watching the team. Actually, it's a young team. This is first time Rabita began a championship. But the Rabita, the players there, they have moral. When they play as a one man playing, but there are 11 men inside the pitch. So that thing make all the fans here in Juba happy with the criteria of Rabita. So because they have morale, they're moving together, something like that.
So those were the issues that make you to join Rabita FC?
Yeah, to join Rabita.
Rabita FC. Was it through applications, or they invite you? Maybe you were coaching another team, and then they went to you and maybe said, "Okay, Mr. Ramsey, you are a good coach. Maybe we want you to come and coach our team." What was the way that you became exactly the part of the team?
First of all, I would like to thank Mr. President of Rabita, because he's the first person to contact me to coaching Rabita. Because before, I'm a former coach of Al Amarat and Salam FC of Wow, Malekia FC Juba, Atlabar FC Juba, and also at Al Hilal and Merik also. But I achieved with all these teams. So that's why they're starting to negotiate with me. And then on top, I have. I want to join this team. That's why I'm not regretting. But we negotiate with them, and then.
How long have you been coaching? Because this is the question that most of the footballers or the soccer fan always would love to know. Coach, before he joined this team, how long have you been coaching?
I started coaching since 2007. 2007, I started coaching Al Maliki FC, and then I went to Al Hilal and Atlabar and Nasir. By the way, I'm the first coach in South Sudan, representing outside country.
Representing South Sudan?
South Sudan, yeah, with the Nasir 2013. So we went to Tanzania, Nation Cup, and then we did well at that time. So from that time, the fans here knows Coach Ramsey.
It's okay. I'll come back to you. Thank you for that. And back to Felix Lasso, yes. John, the president of Rabita FC. When we look at the performances of Rabita FC in the past, when you said Rabita FC came into existence in 1994. From 1994, 1997, 2000, 2005, 2010, up to now, what is the difference in Rabita FC performances?
The difference that I found was no progression. By then, people just like a stagnant move. They move from here, they know that they are going to end somewhere there. So when I came in, actually before I get to Rabita, I was the president of a team in third class that is called a Jamus. But unfortunately, I've never made any move. I keep coming near, then at the end I'm thrown back. So when my period finished, then I decided to leave.
What was the reason that you did not progress at that in that team exactly? You said you were thrown back.
Yeah, you see,
was the problem?
There is one thing. Success comes with the people, whether the players and the fan. But I found that there is no communal team understanding. That's why whenever we are trying to make, and then you find that there is no support. The player doesn't support, the fan even doesn't support, so you can, even how much effort you put, that one cannot happen. That makes the great difference that I found with Rabita. When I came for the first 2 years to finish the leadership of former people, it was a bit hard because I was learning how their character are, and I want to make myself exposed to them as a friendly person, and also to the different coaches, until when they are renewing back to me, already when I finalized my last finishing year with this successful result.
What was your feelings when the Rabita management contacted you to be the president, when you think that what you were doing there was not appreciated in the club that you were, and what were they seeing in you?
Well, I think the spirit of the leadership, there is nothing more than that. It is just the leadership that they have seen in me. That's why they approach me, and I have accepted willingly without any hesitation. And then I promise them that my coming here is not waste time. I am after progress. So let us join hands together and let us achieve something that tomorrow it will be registered in our records. And indeed, we have made happen it.
Yesterday, I of the trainings of Rabita FC, and that trainings was said to be meant for you to present South Sudan in Confederation Cups. How did you make it to present South Sudan?
Well, the effort is a joint venture issue. It is not we making alone, because in the first place, it is not the home of Rabita. going to represent Rabita. We are representing the state level, we are representing at the national level. So all these categories, they are binding together in order for us to make a representation. But our great challenge is between me and my player and my coach, simply on the technicality and the fitness of the players to be ready for approaching wherever we are going to play. That is our most task, and then we are taking care of it. That's why yesterday on the training, you have seen the nature, despite the fact of the COVID-19, we are trying to do our best to keep ourselves united and fit physically.
Well, Ramsey, if we look at the way you have been coaching all the teams and coming to Rabita, when you won South Sudan Cup in 2019, 2020 South Sudan Cups, what were the things that made you to win that cup exactly as the coach with your players?
Thank you once again. At that time, I get challenges from them. Because when I'm at that, before Rabita, as I said before, I'm a coach of Amarat FC. And then I face many challenges from my colleagues and the other teams. Because now, if you want to achieve something, you have to do it well. All my efforts I put in there. And then this is a big challenge for me. I say, okay, because Rabita is still teams and Rabita never be champions. Let me. But when I join, I get all the people there behind me. They're supporting me well. That's why I began happy. And then I start with them. I collect the players. I talk to them. We get the big task for this is big task for me. So you are my support as a players, management, and fans.
What do you tell them? What do you tell them that make them to win the game?
I tell the players, you all are the best in South Sudan, not in Jobeki State, at that time Jobeki State. Let's do our job, and then God will support us. This is the first thing. Before we start anything, we're starting with the prayers. When we conclude with the prayers, because God is everywhere. So that I give them example for Amarat. Amarat comes from 3rd division to 2nd division, 1st division, and they took a cup. And that time, Ramsey was the coach. So now Ramsey with you now. So I want this team to represent South Sudan abroad.
Yesterday, and the video that we by SBC right now, before we start with you, you start teaching the players.
Yeah.
Where did you get that knowledge?
From God to my mind. I'm like a teacher, because more than 22 years I've been in Cairo. I get this knowledge from someone is called Filipe Scolari. He's a Brazilian coach. 2002 World Cup, Korea and Japan. So from that time, I to know about the coaching, how to teach players, how to give them football knowledge.
Have you attended maybe classes for coaching?
Sure, yeah. In Cairo, I think 2013. I've been in Cairo there. We joined a course for CAF level.
Okay.
And FIFA. So.
Now, before I come back to the president, what is your love about sport? Do you have anything that you do apart from coaching?
No. Just football, because I like it and I love football too much. Since I was at that time, since I was 7 years old, because my father is a footballer. He's a former Malakia captain for more than 13 years. I love football.
How are you visioning Rabita FC as the South Sudan's CAF winners of 2019-2020 in to represent South Sudan in Confederation Cup? What are you visioning? What do you think will come to South Sudan?
I wish this team of Rabita to be a first team, jump from grouping from from what is it called, from I think from grouping, is it
Yeah,
called?
group,
Yeah. To second level, which is called, because when we jump from first and to second level, I think South Sudan will benefit from that.
Okay.
Players and we as a coaches, technical team, and even the fans will benefit from that.
Thank you so much, dear viewers on SSBC. You're watching the sport program coming to you live on SSBC from the national capital, Juba. My name is Majur Cholkor, and my guests are Felix Lasu John, president of Rabita FC, and Ramzi Sevit, coach of Rabita FC. Soon I will be joined by Dario Lako, secretary for Rabita FC, and we are talking about the progress of Rabita FC in the sport arena in South Sudan, being the winners of South Sudan's Cups of 2019-2020. Before that, we will have a break shortly, but let me come back to the president of Rabita FC, Mr. Felix. What nationalities do you consider in your team?
I don't understand what you mean by, but when we talk of the nationality we have, we are one nation, united we stand, united ready to defeat, and united to win. Okay. This is our motto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me add something. One heart, one family. Die together, live together. The benefit for the South Sudan. We want to build South Sudan up in football.
Yes. The reason I'm asking is what nationalities you consider in your clubs. Yesterday, I saw one of the guy from North South Sudanese, and he's among the coaches. And maybe there might be some players who are part of Rabita FC, not from South Sudan, who are not South Sudanese.
Yeah, apparently I have that assistant coach which is responsible for coaching the goalkeepers. Is Congolese. And then before this period where we're in, we had one foreigner from Cameroon. But the contract was short, and then he stopped. So we don't fear to bring even somebody from America or from Canada, provided we need the progress.
You don't fear? I
have no any fear about that. We are ready for it.
Where do you get your financial support?
The fund, they are ready to do that. There are fans who now love Rabita as such that an example, somebody has rented a house for the team for 1 full year. That is just because of the love and the emotion that we have seen the progress that is happening.
In South Sudan, I have not learned about a club that is paying their players. Do you pay your players?
At the time of the registration, that is definite. You have to do.
You pay them?
Exactly.
Salaries?
Not salary. An agreement, fee agreement registration as a contract.
Okay.
Yeah. You can accept to contract by 200, by 300. Then you have to know how to pay it on installment or all. These according to the capacity.
Before I let you go and Dario come in, what is the conditions, the health condition of your players? Do you have clinics that you take your players to when they are sick? What do you do about their sick health?
Well, recently, 2 months ago, we had a general checkup because we are going to represent outside. There was a general checkup. The administration of the club took the whole players, and it is done. And the result is perfect, and it is sent also to FIFA in order to know that this is the certificate to show that these people are all in place. They have no any problem.
Being the president of Rabita FC, what do you say about the preparations to represent South Sudan? What do you think Rabita will bring to South Sudan?
I believe with the system we are in and the love that we have in and the motion we are going towards, I believe we'll make something. I believe we'll make something because I'm a man who like always progress. And I trust through them and through Coach Ramsey, we will make something historical.
Okay, through Ramsey, you will make something. We are still watching. We will find out whether you will exactly make something.
It's okay.
Thank you so much, dear viewers on SSBC. This is a sport program coming to you live on SSBC from the national capital, Juba. My name is Majur Cholkor. And let's have a break and find out from the players and the captains from the field. And we visited the field yesterday as SSBC to find out their views on what they always do as usual. Let's have a break and we will be right back.
First, I would like to thank the SSBC for joining us today. It's a great opportunity for us even to be with them for our training at Juba 1 field. My name is Abdou Awat Lemi, captain of Rabita team. Actually, we are here for training based on our preparations abroad, and we start our training since June. Up today we have like 2 months, and we are too and well prepared. So by today we feel so happy. So because we have competitions for Confederations Cup that we are going to participate and represent South Sudan abroad. But till now we have not yet got the fixtures of the match. So that's why we're still continuing with our training. Actually, I like so many things here at Rabita Club. The spirit that we have, and even the commitments that we used to do as players. So, and even we are so cooperative with our administrations and our managing. So that's why we are always together. So that's why I like the whole things here at Rabita. We as players, sometimes I would say that there is no more challenges. But for us as a Rabita club, even to go abroad and to participate for that competitions, it is not something easy, but we even pray for our government even to need or to give some support to our club to go and represent South Sudan in wise visions or in good events where that we see. So, and even some little challenges, and it's so easy, and we use even to get that. So that's why I appreciate even the way that we are living now as a players. But nothing bad even. Actually, you know, in Rabita here, we're just playing football. We are not look for money as a players, because what we knew in Rabita, since the team has established since 86, the whole players here, you can join Rabita without money, and even we don't have that sum for a month, but we are just because we're enjoying football, just because we understand ourselves as a players with our coaches and with our administrators. We are here not for money. We are playing, but the little money that you get in other conditions we'll just take. But we are not demanding as every players in a different clubs they need from the administration. So my message is to the players here within our country, not especially my players or my colleagues here at Rabita Club. You know, you as a player, this is a golden chance when you are going to participate with your club and with the name of your company, your nations as a South Sudan. So I just want even to give some message to them. Let them be committed in football, because nowadays football is a life, and even is a way that to bring us to be one. So I just beg them even to like football and to join even other players.
شكرا للاستضافة ل SSB باسمي بيتر ألساندرو بركة، مدير مدرسة جوبوان بويز. العلاقة بتاعنا أول مع الرابطة يعني منذ زمن بعيد. طبعا الرابطة ده كان قاعد يلعب وصل هنا. أنا كنت طبعا أستاذ في مدرسة تانية، جيت لقيت الرابطة مستمرين في الميدان، وهم برضو جانيوا بخصوص الميدان، وقلت لهم يواصلوا التمارين بتاعهم في ميادين، وده علاقتنا معهم من الزمن ذاك لمدة سنتين هسه قاعدين معهم في ميدان بتاع مدرسة. المهمة بتاع الرياضة، طبعا الرياضة قال دائما الرياضة بيقول الجسم السليم في عقل السليم، يعني هو ذاته بيساعدنا في المدارس بتاعنا. الرياضة مهم جدا في المدارس بتاعنا، لأنه من كل يكون في رياضة كل ما الولد بيكون جاي نشيط في المدارس بتاعنا. ومهمة بتاع الرياضة هي مهمة كبيرة لكمال الأجسام، لأفكار تغيير الحياة ذاته اللي كان هي من بدري فيها. ده مهمة بتاع الرياضة بالنسبة لنا هنا في المدارس. والله الرابطة وصلوا من بقينا معاهم، هم قاعدين يساعدونا، لأنه الميدان بتاعنا بتاع المدرسة ما عنده هوش كامل. هو بيقوم بعد مرات بيجي يعمل لنا النظافة وبقطع القش ويخلي المدرسة بيكون نظيف، خاصة في الزمن بتاع الكورونا ده. هم يعني عملوا نظافة بالنسبة للميادين بتاعنا بتاع المدرسة داخل الجوا هنا. والله الرسالة بتاعي الأخير، أنا متمنى من كل الجنوبيين يتساهموا في الطريق بتاع الرياضة، لأنه الرياضة هي بتتقدم. هسه الدول كله كثيرة بتتقدم بشنو؟ في التقدم بتاعهم في الرياضة. والرياضة في أي الإنسان من يكون رياضي والبلد ذاته فيه تقدم يكون في الرياضة بتاعهم. وإن شاء الله شبابنا ذاته بتاع البلد يكون كلهم يندمجوا على الرياضة، لأنه الرياضة هو مهم لجسم الإنسان حتى.
My name is Sarah Neema Martin. I'm in the office representing women. Yeah, Rabita is the best team. All of South Sudan, let me say it like that. Because the players is even the best players. They do the good things that most players cannot do even. Okay, my advice to the Rabita FC club is that let them keep the good spirit that they are keeping right now. Because they are the best players and even people are trusting in them.
شكرا ل SSBC للاستضافة ولوجودهم الليلة في ميدان بتاعت جبوان وهنا في التمرين بتاعت نادي الرابطة. بجد يعني أنا مبسوطين إنه يكون في زيارات ميدانية للأجهزة الإعلامية، دي حاجة كبيرة جدا. وأنا مبسوطين لأنه يمكن لأول مرة إذاعة أو التلفزيون بتاع SSBC يستضيفه ويجي يزور النادي بتاع التيم. ياس قبل شهرين يمكن بدأنا تمرين، وبدأنا بأول حاجة بالكشف الطبي لكل اللعيبة، وبالذات يعني الأساسيين إنه نتأكد على صحتهم. وبعد ما خلصنا الكشف الطبي يمكن عملنا زي أسبوع، بعد ذلك جينا بدأنا التمارين. والحمد لله من فترة بتاع التمارين لاس يمكن ما عندنا إصابات وما في مشاكل صحية كبيرة، يمكن في إصابات بسيطة ولكن توانوا. يمكن جانب الأحمر وجانب تعدينه شنو الكورونا فيروس، يمكن فترة تعدينه لأنه فترة تعدينه هسي العالم كله في النهاية بتاعت الكورونا فيروس. ويمكن ده واحد من التحديات اللي يمكن اللي كانت تواجه النادي على أساس إنه تستعد للمنافذة القارية اللي هو النهاية بتاعت المنافذة بتاعت الاتحاد الأفريقي. النقطة الأهم إنه بعد ما النادي أخذ عمل الإجراءات القانونية وبدأ بالاتحاد المحلي، ومن الاتحاد المحلي للاتحاد العام، والاتحاد العام برضه لوزارة الشباب والرياضة، منه وزارة الصحة. والحمد لله الإجراءات دي مشت، ويمكن الاتحاد سمع إنه ممكن أول الجهات المعنية سمع ممكن شنو التيم ممكن يتمرن باعتبار إنه يمكن التيم الوحيد الممثل للبلد. والحمد لله بدأنا بكل الإجراءات، وأهم نقطة إنه بدأنا بالتوجيهات الصحية بالنسبة لكوفيد 19، والحمد لله الإجراءات كلها يمكن انتهينا منها.
Hello dear viewers of SSBC programs on SSBC. Play like champion for better source. Welcome back, dear viewers on SSBC. You're watching the sport program coming to you live on SSBC from the national capital, Juba. My name is Majur Cholkur, and we are still exploring more on the progress made by South Sudan Cup winners of 2019-2020, that is Rabita FC, in Sport Arena in South Sudan. And joining me is Ramzi Savit and Dario Lako. Welcome, Dario.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you. Let's find out from you. Let's go about the Confederation Cup that you are going to represent South Sudan. What is the expectations? What can you predict about that as the secretary?
Okay, thank you. As the secretary of Rabita FC clubs and to be a representative of South Sudan and the continent, our expectation is we're expecting the good result this time, as it's the first time for the Rabita FC to win South Sudan Cup, and This one, it made us to qualify it, and it is a pleasure for us to be part of and partial of South Sudan, that be representing our nation and countrywide. That's why we're going to say that this time we're going to at least to get a good result. It's with the work that our Rams is doing with our player that is there, and if God's allowed, then our South Sudan Football Association will open for us the transfer window. We're going to update our clubs and will open the new players, that it will enable us to at least to get a good result, to perform and go to the next level, if it's not.
Well, not to which Rabita FC, but if you look at games, it is always win and lose, whereby you can either come back with good things or bad things. What are the factors that you can say it, or challenges that are facing Rabita FC right now that may affect your performance?
Yeah. One of the factors that it is affecting, may affect Rabita, is the issue of the corona. That it has stopped all the activities since, and this one we can take it as disadvantage and also advantage for us, because if it is not because of the corona, by now we are already on the games. But today, as I'm speaking to you in August, the games are already suspended up to October. I think the period from today up to October, we are working very hard at least to improve the performance of players. And this one, it will give us a hope that with this much period of time, with the effort that our coach is doing with the players, I think it will also give us the time and to gain the momentums. All the players will be given the tactics that they are needed. At least the time frame, it will be the best for us.
Apart from the corona mentioned by Dario, Ramsey, as a coach, any administrative challenges that you may think may affect your players?
I think the factor affecting the players now, indeed, at this time, time is affecting me, because you see, this period is too short for me, because I want to maintain the team very well, starting from goalkeeper to the striker there. Needs time, because we are going to play abroad, outside, with those they are higher level tactics, those teams of Africa. So that's why, because before, as I told you before, I represent with Rabita, with Salam Wow, with Malakia, with Atlavara. Sorry, that I think there the football is modelized, and all from year to year is progressing forward. So that's why I think the time is affecting me too much, because I need more than three months to learn the players to learn the modern and new tactics. Like yesterday games again between Real Madrid and Manchester City. It's a wonderful and fantastic game. So we want our players to be up like those of Europe, but slowly, because we need time, more time. First of all, as I said, because this is first time for the players of Rabita to represent South Sudan outside, and we need build for them, let them build self-confidence.
Okay, Thank you so much from there. And let me come to Dario. Dario, if we are looking at the support that the club is getting from the fan, the president mentioned earlier, what are the kind of support? Because you are the secretary of the club. What are the support that you are getting outside from the fund? And the funds can be maybe someone who is a business person, maybe a politician. What are the support that you are getting exactly?
Thank you very much. We are getting two types of the support. We are getting materials, like in form of juice and food commodities, because we have seen our preparation a full day, that it need our players, to. So funds are bringing materials, food commodities. That's also that we can be able to. It is not an easy task, but as we have taken it, as we are now a winner, we don't want to run from it. But as we have seen, our ground, it is not good. It is consuming playing boots. transport for our players. As we have seen, Juba, it is now become very expensive. The issue because of the issue of Corona, you need to transfer this player and to and fro, coming to the game and going back. This is another challenge. So, but we still continue maintaining the funds, the little fund that we are getting. And the other source is that the membership contribution. Because in our contribution, in membership contribution, each member is supposed to pay 1,000 SSP monthly. So as it's contributed, this is where we're using them at least to facilitate the issue of the training and other things.
Okay, thank you so much, Dario. Do you believe that support that you're getting is little and you need more support? And who can support you?
Thank you very much. Yes, of course, the support that we're getting is very little and at least mandated. Clubs and we also are urging all our businessmen, our politicians as individuals, and our government, because we're not going to stand there as a but we're going to stand there as South Sudan, and our national, our team, it's going national items going to be sung. That means that we are representing. As we are representing South Sudan, we'll also ask our individuals, the sport lovers, to support the club in any kind, whether it be morally, and then cars, materials, any support that can lead our club to success.
Thank you so much, Dario Lako. Before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, what could be your message to sport lovers outside there?
Yeah, thank you very much. The
30 seconds.
Yes, the last message that to our sport lovers and all our South Sudanese, specifically for our Rabita FC fans and our players, that please, we need to put our hands as we have started. Let's continue to stand firm to push our club to the next level. And the next level is the representing South Sudan in our Confederation Cup. And the second message is going to our sport lovers, that please, the Rabita entirely needs for your support. Please give abundantly. Thank you.
Ramzi, 30 seconds, last message.
Yeah. My message is going to the sport lovers, especially let them be a Rabita. We are all now Rabita. No Hilal, no Marid, no, we are all Rabita, because now Rabita is representing South Sudan, and hand to hand we will build a very strong team to represent South Sudan.
By the way, what is the name of Rabita? What is the meaning of Rabita?
The meaning of Rabita, like join together.
Join together.
Yeah. This is, in Arabic, it's called Rabita.
Thank you. And thank you so much, dear viewers on SBC, for following the sport program live. On our today edition, we have been looking at the progress made by Rabita FC, South Sudan Cup winners of 2019-2020. And they are to present South Sudan in Confederation Cup. Jur Cholkor and my fellow class John Ramzi Seven Rabita FC and Dario Lako, secretary for Rabita of the teams. Also, we say thank you to Mustafa and in the control room and the other technical team. We say thank you so much and do have a blessed time while enjoying more programs right here. Group of sports analysts and experts as we bring them to you in this show through interviews and talk shows. Sport programs, SSBC, play like a champion for better South Sudan.